Hello, hello, it is I, troopersjp, and thank you for joining me as I play Sundial Games' 2026 quest calendar, The Souls of Saraku, where we play great villains. And I have made a special custom character, Shade Murdstone, and I am a shadow elven bone caller, and I have just been able to escape a big battle between wizards, and I think it's time. And I got a cool new shield, which with skulls on it, that will give me +1 defense and helps my sad constitution a little bit. And well, I feel like we're getting to a big climax as we're barreling towards the end of January, and I thought, let's see what happens next. Thank you for being here with me and joining me for today, which is Wednesday, January the 28th, 2026, also known as Wednesday, Deep Winter 28. And today we have a dungeon. How is that then? That's fascinating. We have a dungeon, and I went and spent a little bit of time creating a token for myself in Hero Forge, so you can see my Shade Murdstone token right there. I think that's pretty exciting. But okay, so here we go. Let's read it. You witness Valor Spellwright enter the Overlord's throne room just up ahead. After witnessing his power, you know this is not going to be an easy fight. Before rushing into the fight, you might be able to gather some resources to aid you in battle. Okay, so it says begin at the X and navigate around the map. Visit each littered area along your path, explore and resolve each area before you visit. Before you choose your next. Right, so this is what this says to me is that there's going to be a really terrible big boss battle either tomorrow or the day after or very soon, and I am not prepared apparently, and so they want me to level up, or gather resources, or you ever play a video game and in the video game they say to you, they just give you a bunch of health potions, like for no reason. You're just like bopping along, everything's fine, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh look, there's a crate. Let me open up the crate." And in the crate there's like 15 health potions, and you're like, "Oh, that's bad. Like that's bad. That's not good." Anyhow, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. So let's see. We are here at the X marks the spot. I'm looking at what looks like a torture chamber at A, probably just a general part of the hall room at D, some kind of maybe like an altar or something at C. B looks like an armory. So let's go to the armory. Let's go to B. Let's move ourselves all the way over to B first, and maybe we can find some good things. Let's see. B, the armory. The Overlord had a small armory built and stocked close to his throne room for situations just like this. Roll D20 plus intellect, reminder, investigator, which, by the way, I do have. So that's really good. I will be able to, get a +2 to this. So that'll be something. So let's see. I just rolled a natural 20, everyone. I just rolled a natural 20. And a natural 20, by the way, if you roll a natural 20, you get a boon. And you can only have one boon active at one time. And a boon lets you do cool things, I guess. I'm going to write down boons somewhere. Boons. I can't believe I got a boon. And I feel like having a boon means that maybe this will be okay, or not. It's unclear. I'm looking up boon right now. Boon, because I feel like, okay, so boon, okay, you can, so it says that with a boon, you can use a boon to add a D4 to a future D20 roll. So any D20 roll, I can use this boon to add a D4 to it. and you can only hold a single boon at a single time. And I think there's special powers that let you use boons for other things. But we have a floating D4, which we might need. But that said, it says, so I've got a 20, but I got a +2 because I'm an investigator, so that's a 22. And it says, if the result is 21 or more, you find 5 items of your choice from the table, and there's a treasure table with four items on it, and I find 5 of them. This is really good. Okay, so the items in this table are health potion, combat tonic, dragon's fire, or warding ointment. Okay, at this moment, I have got a combat tonic left, which is adds to an attack roll, and I have nothing else. So I think we take a health potion. The dragon's fire adds to damage. The warding ointment adds to defense. I've got a lot of bonuses to defense, including that 1 minion, but just in case. So let's see. Health, dragon's fire. Well, let's get 1 of each. And then we can't take health potions during combat. So let's get 1 of everything. And that means that we have 2 combat tonics because we had 1 from before. And let's get another dragon's fire. Or do I want another health? Dying is bad, right? So let's go 1 of everything but 2 health potions. Except that I cannot... Yes. We cannot take a potion in the middle of combat. 1 of everything, 2 dragon's fire. Yeah. Okay. So for the record, we now have... I'm going to write this down. We have got 1 health potion, 2 combat tonics. I don't like this at all. I do not like this at all, everybody. 2 combat tonics, 2 dragon's fires, and one warding ointment. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I've done it. I've written it down. I do not like the fact that they've given us so much stuff. That really is a bad sign. Bad sign. Okay. That's not great, everybody. Not great at all. That's well, that is what it is. Okay, so that's the armory. Let's head from here. Let's head down to C, whatever that is. Right there. So C is the altar. Okay. An altar and offering table sits outside the throne room. It is for those loyal subjects who can't be seen but wish to give their tithings to the overlord. You're sure the overlord would not mind or notice if something were missing, especially if it was taking to aid him. So it's a roll d20 plus wisdom, and I get to use my investigator. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. I'm not sad about that. So let's see, a d20 plus my wisdom. So I rolled a 4. My wisdom is basically basic, and I get a +2 for investigator, which is a 6. If the result is between 6 and 10, you find only a few coins remain. Gain 3 gold. I'm very, very rich. I do not know how much this will help me. I'm looking at right now, I'm at 19 gold, which is pretty great. But again, I have concerns about what's happening. I wish I would have rolled better. I'm not going to spend anything on it, but, That's fine. Well, we're right next to D, so let's head over to D, shall we? Let's let's go there and see what that is. Oh, it's the hallway. There are a few pathetic henchmen in the hallway outside the Overlord's throne room. They must have been hiding when the heroes of the light passed through. Pathetic or not, they can at least provide a distraction for you in battle. If your notoriety is 2 or lower, which it's 2, take a -2 penalty to this roll. If it is 3 or more, gain a +2 bonus. Well, okay, well, I guess I have 2 choices. I can either demand they accompany me, which is intimidation and strength, or I can rally them to join me, which is charisma and persuasive, and we are definitely going to rally them to try to join me, or I'm going to try. So let's see, this is a D20 plus charisma, and I roll a 12, and my charisma is a +2, so that's a 14, -2 because of that notoriety check. So I have 3 minions right now. That's a bummer. Well, it cannot be helped. It is what it is. It is what it is. Dang it. Okay, let's go to A, which is the torture chamber. All right. That's great. Let's see. You hear screams and shouts coming from a secret room. Not many people know of this torture chamber where the Overlord likes to keep his most vile enemies close to his post of command. Inside, you discover a few tormentors, completely unaware of the battle raging on for the Dark Citadel. Have them follow you. If my notoriety is 2 or lower, which it currently is, I take a -2, and I'm going to be persuasive. I'm going to try to rally them. It's another charisma check. Let's hope I roll well. Let's see. Okay. I roll a 17, -2 is 15. +2 for my charisma is 17. So that's good. I gain 4 minions. Okay. So I'm currently at 7 minions. That is where I'm at. Okay, I don't feel bad about that. And so from there we go back up here, boop, 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 to that stairway that looks like E, because I'm pretty sure. Hold on, excuse me for one moment. All right, so I'm here. I'm right here in front of the throne room, which is E, and I'm pretty sure that's what E is. So let's head up to E, right up there, and see what it says. E, are you sure you are ready to enter this battle? You may stop here, or you may continue to explore before returning here. Well, we've been to all the places, which means, well, we have to go to the throne room, but that's the end of today's mission. So, I'm afraid we'll have to just find out what happens tomorrow. So join me tomorrow. We've got 7 minions. We're at full health, a buttload of gold, a bunch of potions, and I'm sure that what is ever is on the other side of this door is going to be bad. But I hope we can survive. Yeah, I hope so. Well, we'll just have to find out tomorrow. If you like this, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will check you out tomorrow for more The Souls of Saraku. Bye.